Melinda, you've lost your edge. That's what my husband Ryan said to me in late fall 2022. So I retired both of my podcasts that I started in 2019 and created the You Have the Power To podcast. This podcast was created to shift my energy and give you the power to shift yours. It combines my vast experience in the 3D and beyond as an intuitive channel, certified life and business coach, mentor, consultant, business owner with my husband Ryan, a high 7D practitioner, human design coach, and writer. My intention is that you feel inspired and motivated to believe in yourself and take action today on something in your life and or business that moves the needle towards manifesting your goals and dreams. Now let's do this. Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's You Have the Power To podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I am super excited to record this episode because it is something that is so prevalent out there. It's like so thick I can cut it with a knife, if you've ever heard a saying like that. And it's something that I recognized years ago when my husband and I moved to the Florida Keys in October of 2009, so almost 14 years ago, October 1st. I think we landed in Florida on September 11th, and I think we got to the Keys like the September 30th, something like that. But I always just say October 1st because it keeps it simple. And that is comfort. People living in comfort. And comfort is an energy. And comfort is something that may be really, really, really challenging for the majority of you to pull yourself out of. But let me tell you this, and let me be clear. It is 100% necessary. Y'all want to make more money. Y'all want this. Y'all want that. But you know what? If you're living in comfort, it's not going to fucking happen. And I see it all the time. So yes, you can get by on a day-to-day, and that is what ends up breeding the comfort. And the comfort is the devil. The comfort is the devil. It's keeping you small. The devil keeps you small. And I'm using that word figuratively. I really don't believe that there's like a devil. I'm not a religious person. However, there are energies that are not in your favor, and they're out there strong, to keep you small. So you have to keep going and beat them. And that is the work. That is the mindset work. That is the get up every day, believe in yourself and take action work. You have to fight the devil. So I am going to give a little more context around this, and this may be triggering for some people, but triggering is meant to activate you. That is one aspect of triggering. So I have been highly triggered over my years, and you know what? It has helped me rise. So I am unapologetic about any of that. Like, I am here to help you rise and get to your next level. So when my husband and I moved to the Florida Keys, we moved here with absolutely nothing. As many of you may know, if you listen to this podcast and if you've been connected with me for a long time, or even, let's say, are a friend from way back when. And I noticed it right away. Ryan and I were very, very driven people. And we knew that based on our drive and our strong belief in God, the universe, the divine, however you want to put it, we would be successful. Like, we knew this. We knew, we trusted, we believed in ourselves that we could figure it out. We didn't know how, and we definitely worked all sorts of odd jobs to get to where we were. So Ryan did pest control. He did this, I wish I could remember the name of it. It was like a foreign exchange student program where he was like a liaison. That was a complete fucking disaster. What a mess. But he did that. He actually, for like a month, was like the maintenance guy at our condo building. That didn't go very well. He did all sorts of things. I remember he applied at Kmart to get a job, and they were like, you're overqualified. He applied at the Turtle Hospital in Marathon. They told him he was overqualified. He was a mate on the Captain Michael at Robbie's. Our friend Brian, Elizabeth is one of my dear friends down here. Her husband gave him a job that didn't go very well, but he got his hours and he learned a lot. And that was the line in the sand for me where I was like, you are not meant to be someone's mate. You are meant to be the captain. So that was kind of like a catalyst there. But anywho, I changed signs at the Winn-Dixie, the Office Depot. They had this company where you could change out the signs of the marketing. So I got paid to drive around the upper keys and into the middle keys sometimes. And once in a while I had to go to Key West if someone down there was not feeling well or called in on vacation. And I would change out the signs. And I did that for a while I was building my sales business. I babysat. I remember, because I am not like a schmo. So I remember going to the Chica Lodge, and these couples that were like my age were like looking at me like, you're the babysitter? And I was like, yeah, we moved down here with nothing. We're starting over from scratch. That's our story. And I was like proud about it. And I had fun, and it was great. The kids loved me. It was awesome. I dog sat. That was not so fun because there's a lot of responsibility in that. So that didn't last super long, but I did that for a few months. I house sat for someone. She would pay me to watch her house because they were people that traveled a lot. So I would watch their house. I would keep their house tidy. And I dealt with a huge rat situation. Oh my God, what a fucking disaster. I opened these closets and these rats were everywhere. Oh, it was horrible. I have so many stories. So many stories. But here's the thing. We didn't live in this land of comfort of just taking money from the government. We got like $500 each for unemployment from Minnesota because we'd both been laid off. That's all we had. So we hustled. We didn't stay comfortable. We hustled. We figured it out. People look at like what I'm doing and they're like, oh my gosh, you do so much. Yes, because I'm not like living in a land of comfort. Like I've got to figure shit out. I want to grow. I want to help other people. This is my mission. This is my purpose. So I am not staying comfortable. I'm doing the thing. And what I noticed about businesses down here in the Keys is they just live in this land of comfort. And they aren't driven to really get out of it. They're like, I have just enough. I have just enough to pay my bills. I have just enough to maybe go to, everyone likes to go to the Bahamas down here on little getaways, or they go to Costa Rica like in September when it's technically off season. However, it's never off season for Ryan and I. We are always busy. We always have business. But other people kind of mentally shut down. They're like, I'm taking the month of September and October off, and they like go to Costa Rica. That's great. Good for them. Ryan and I plan to do more travel, but we'll still be working. We'll still have our coaching clients while we're traveling. We just want to be more of like nomadic. But I saw this. I felt this energy. I didn't even really like understand it, but I felt this energy. And so I was really driven as a sales rep, because that was the first business I was building when we moved down to the Keys, to get the fuck out of here. I was like, I am not just going to be repping in the Keys. I'm not just going to be working in the Keys, because these people and their energy is just comfort. It's just this land of comfort. I can go out on the boat on the weekends, and I can go out to dinner, and it's truly just an energy of comfort. I don't personally care. That's their life, but it's an energy. And you have to separate yourself from that energy. You have to separate yourself from people who are like that, whether it's a group of people or individual peoples, even if it's your family. You have to get out of that. You have to pull yourself out of that and get going and take action. Yes, there's surrendering. Yes, there's trust and all the fucking memes that you might see on Instagram or Facebook, or heck, now even Threads. But you still have to do the work, people. I'm so sick of seeing these posts. I just saw an Instagram post this morning that was along those lines, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, you have to take the action. You have to do the work. Otherwise, think about it. Everyone would be a fucking millionaire. But no, the universe gives you things after you've built the momentum, after you've done the work, after you've taken the action. That is how it works. I've seen it time and time again, and it takes time. And you can't focus on the time, otherwise you're not going to collapse the time. Like, that's a whole, like, big $1 million tip for you. So get out of your comfort zone. Get away from these people that are just like, I don't know, living the Vita Loca every freaking 5 seconds. Yeah, it's nice to have a weekend, but do you have to party your ass off and watch Netflix all day, both days? Why don't one of those days you at least have like a strategy day? and meditate and get your mind clear. Stop the overthinking and see what ideas can come to you. I just had a brilliant idea come to me this morning that I'm going to be sharing about. Woo! I'm so excited. I'm going to share about it in a second. But this is like the thing. And now it's just an epidemic. And you can blame it on COVID. You can blame it on the economy. You can blame it on whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter what you're blaming it on if you're just sitting there in that comfort. It's not going to help you. Blame doesn't help you. Excuses don't help you. These are all choices that you're making. It's just like when someone says, oh, she shamed me. No, that was your choice to accept that. Like, it is your choice. Your emotions are your choice. I just started listening to this book, and I rarely listen to books anymore, but this book is really good. And I think it's called The Courage to Be Disliked. And it's so about that. It's so about how everything is a choice. It's all a choice. It's all a choice. No one shamed you. No one made you have trauma. Like, this is all choices that you're all making, and it keeps you in this land of comfort. It keeps you small. Like, you have to get out of that. You have to break free and really, really, really get going. Get going. Like, at least take action on one thing a day. I love the whole theory of like 1% a day better, because if you think about it, there's 100, so 1% into 100, and there's 365 days a year, okay? So if you just think about it from like a simple context like that, if you tried and did something 1% a day, like whatever it is, it can even be something in your health, in your lifestyle, in, you know, working out and going for a walk, and again clearing the overthinking and working on your mindset and your intuition. Could be any of these things, but if you work on something just one little percent, how that can compound if you keep going and you keep taking the action, you keep believing and taking action, is like magic. You will be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've come this far. So we are in July of 2023. Oh my gosh, today I'm recording this. It is the 8th. And hello, the first week of July. Poof, it's gone. Poof. What the fuck did you do last week? Seriously, think about it. Don't let comfort be your devil. Do not let comfort be your devil. Get him off your shoulder, him or her, however you want to put it, and say, goodbye. I'm not going to sit here in this comfort. Like, put together a plan, put together an action plan, put together a to-do list, you know, whatever calls to you, however you work best. And I believe in that. I don't believe that you should follow someone else's system. I believe that you should be inspired by other people and maybe gather some ideas, but then work within your own personal structure. Human design is a great way to learn about that and create what works for you. And then fucking do it, people. Like, this is just such a big overriding theme, and I'm going to be talking about this a lot. And it is the most important thing. It is the most important thing. In June, I wouldn't say I got comfortable. I did take a regroup. But what happened when I did that is it did put this little bit of comfort. But I'm so aware of every little feeling and thought that goes through my body that I was like, okay, we're snapping out of this. So I snapped out of it the last week of June, and now we're in July, and yesterday was 7/7 portal. So all this magical things are just like happening. And so I want you to experience the same. There is so much abundance in this world. There's so many people that don't know about things. To live in a land of like comparison and judgment and trying to keep other people down is just stupid and not in energetic alignment with yourself. So truly consider all these things. I have so many ways that we can work together along the lines of comparison and triggers and judgment. You can check out my Supercharge Your Transformation course. I put it for $44. It's online. It's just an online recorded course that I put together after I broke free from all of those chains, all of those mindset chains. And I just really share from that lens to really help you too. So obviously it's just online. It's not in a group. So if you're someone who wants to keep private about your thoughts and the things that are going through your head, Fill Your Boots. That's just a great course. It's $44. You can go to my website, melindavanfleet.com. It's on the homepage. All my things are right there on the homepage, really simple. You just click on that and sign up, and you'll get the recordings for that course. It's a 3-part course. The other thing is the Human Design Masterclass. Unlock Your Magic. I am so excited because I love human design. Love, love, love. I was introduced to human design by my private coach behind the scenes, who's not even like on the grid. She calls herself a recluse. I can't even find her on Google. It's so funny. Anyhow, I want to be her someday. And that's not like a limiting belief or anything. I just think she's very cool. But anyhow, so she just has her people that reach out whenever they feel like calling her, and that's how she rolls. But anyhow, she introduced me to human design in the fall of 2020, and I love human design, and there's so much information out there, and I find it to be very basic. I'm calling it out. It's basic. So I want to really help people understand their body graphs. So I am having a masterclass. It's $22, early bird special. The price will go up when I feel called to raise the price. I'm not putting a date out there, and I'm not telling the price because I honestly don't know. So we're going to see how it goes. And so I wouldn't hesitate. Like, if just click the link, people. Like, let's go. And it's going to be Thursday, July 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. And it'll be recorded, and then the recording will be in a Facebook group. So and if I can get it to go into a Facebook Live situation within that private group, I will do that. I had some struggles the other day, so anyhow. But so that's that. If you missed my Instagram Activate and Ascend workshop, which was free, please, please, please message me or email me at melinda@melindavanfleet.com so you can get into that private Facebook group where the recording is. I shared a lot. I mean, honestly, I have spent thousands of dollars on social media marketing training. I want to say I spent $2,000 in, Ryan would kill me. He'd be like, what? For a online, not even live, and not even within a high activation, but an online Instagram course by these 2 girls who are very big on Instagram, and they created a course, and the course was okay. Honestly, the course was okay. It wasn't like life-changing. So I want to offer things that are truly next level, truly beyond basic, and it may incorporate things I've learned along the way from other courses because I have taken so many, but mostly these are my own learnings. These are my own learnings of things that no one else teaches and no one else talks about. So I really, really, really want to help crack the nut on so many things I see out there and I hear. Like, I'll be in a coaching container, someone else's coaching container with a Q&A, and I'll just feel that coach's energy in terms of like why they are stuck, like what's going on. And I so badly like want to help, but it's not my container. So what does that mean? I need to create more containers. I need to do more things. That is the calling. So there you go. And then the last thing I want to announce, which came to me this morning. So I was like right away blown away, and it makes a lot of sense, is a business coaching and consulting and mentoring monthly group for spiritual teachers. And it's going to start off at $111. And the price will go up when the container gets to a certain level of people. I do not know when, obviously, but it could be tomorrow. Like, I don't know. So get in at the $111 because the $111 will be your cost forever. And I no longer am aligned to year-long containers. I'm just not. And there's a lot of reasons why. So I do not want to make people have to commit to a year-long container. So you can either do this month to month at the $111, or you can do this in increments of 6 months and get 1 month free. So it'd be $555. So the choice is yours. I don't care either way. I know a lot of coaches really try to be like, get recurring income. So I see both sides to that. I personally am like, whatever someone wants to pay. I'm just excited that they want to be in my container. And And that's where I stand on that. So the cost will go up when the container gets to a certain level. So again, I don't know when, so I wouldn't wait if this calls to you, but it will be 2 monthly calls on Zoom a month, and then in between group Voxer. So this is a group. This is not one-on-one. So this is a group. So the calls will be group with some type of lesson or teaching that is in alignment with building your business as a spiritual teacher. And then it will have a group Voxer. So you have support in between the calls from the community, from me. I'm not going to be, one thing that I've noticed is a lot of coaches like very disconnected in their groups. And I promise you, I'm not going to be that person. So that has been something I've really noticed a lot lately too. So I definitely will show up, and I'm committed because I really want to help all of you grow and learn. So do you have to be a spiritual teacher? No, absolutely not. It's not that. But we will be talking about manifestation, law of attraction, the universe, the quantum fields, your gifts, different things like that. The title of the group will have gifts somewhere in it, like share your gifts. I really haven't, this all just came to me so fast this morning, like literally it's the first time I'm really talking about it. So it will be something like that. But I really want to help the entrepreneurs, the coaches, the business owners that have a spiritual business that are hiding, that are could use some help with confidence, use some help with visibility, use some help with content creation. You know, what do I do? How do I get started? Why am I stuck? All the mindset things, the energetics. There's so many things that go into building your online business. And again, I hear people in Q&A calls with other coaches, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just want to jump in the call. So I can't because it's not my container. And I know people get triggered when someone else jumps in and they're like, no, I want the coach to answer, you know, the coach that owns that container. So I've had to mind myself over the years, but so heck that, like, I'm like, you know, I'm going to do my own now. So we're rolling. We're rolling. See, I'm getting out of my comfortness and doing something too. So we're all in this together. And that's why it's like a collective, right? We're all in this together, a one consciousness. We can feel what each other need and help each other. And that is part of the oneness. So I'm just really, really, really excited. And I hope that this podcast really lights a fire under your ass, people. Like, don't let the devil get you. Like, get up, get going, think of something today. And please message me or comment on the YouTube of something you took action on. If it's something that you created, put it in the YouTube. It's fine. I don't fucking care. Like, just share, like, get out of your comfort zone. Again, the world is abundant. If you're an online teacher, truly, if I looked at like the trajectory of how many courses and programs and coaches I've had at the same time, like, it truly doesn't matter. The world is abundant. We get so much different information from so many different people. Like, we need to get out of our heads and get going. And again, Supercharger Transformation can help you with that. It's only $44. The Human Design is $22 early bird pricing. And this new group is $111, this monthly container that also has a pay in full for 6 months at $555 price point option. So, woo! Let's get going. All right. I want to hear from you. Give me a shout out on social media. If you create a story on Instagram and tag me, I will share it to my audience as well. Like, this is very, very helpful in Instagram growth. So if you like my podcast and you feel called to share it and tag me, I will reshare it. Like, this really helps with growth and also helps with your mindset, because otherwise, like, why are you not sharing what's going on there? There's like, that is a whole energetic work, that tip that I just gave you, and I'm calling you out on it. And I know this because I've been there too. So, like, let's get going. Share this podcast, comment on YouTube, and join one of my things. Join one of my containers. Heck, I have free things. I have low-cost things and one-on-one coaching if you're emailed. You just need to email me if you're interested in that so we can figure out a program for you. So anyhow, till next time, you have the power to get out of your comfort zone and get going and make a ton of money and help others too. I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.